Hi, I'm Snorth, and these are the top 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy Pokemon Sword or Shield. Number 5. The graphics and animation in Pokemon Sword and Shield look terrible. These textures and models look like they're from a 3DS game. I mean, just look at how pixelated the textures are, and how the art style isn't even consistent in some areas, which also look empty and terrible and bland. Look at this comparison, for example. One of these pictures is from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, a Nintendo 64 game from 1998, and the other is from a console game in 2019. This is not okay. The animations are also terrible. Like, for example, when a Pokemon jumps up, their model just moves up vertically without any feet movement. This is just unacceptable, especially on a console that can run Doom Eternal and The Witcher 3. Oh, and if you're gonna tell me that graphics don't matter in a Pokemon game, then why are you even bothering buying this new game when the only difference between the Pokemon games is their graphics? The gameplay is exactly the same. And that brings me to my number 4. The gameplay is exactly the same as all the other Pokemon games. You would have thought that eventually Pokemon would get better, but the gameplay is exactly the same as Pokemon Red and Green, and it just makes no sense for it to still be following these outdated conventions. There's no reason why only certain areas should get a free camera instead of all the areas having a free camera, and there shouldn't be any narrow paths that you're forced to walk through. This isn't a tile-based 2D game with the limitations of the Game Boy, so why is it being made like it is? If the game is the exact same thing as the handheld games, then why does it cost $20 more than them? This isn't okay or acceptable at all. Number 3. There are less features in Pokemon Sword and Shield than almost any other Pokemon game. Mega Evolutions and Z-moves are not in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and neither are following Pokemon, despite the fact that animations have existed for following Pokemon since Pokemon X and Y, and they were just in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Number 2. Game Freak is a bad company and you shouldn't support them. If you buy Pokemon Sword or Shield, you're telling Game Freak and Nintendo that you will buy their games even if they're terrible and put no effort into them. And if you keep buying bad games, then bad games will keep being made. Does it really take that much self-control to stop yourself from buying a game you know will suck? No, it doesn't. There are better games coming out that you could be buying with the money that you would have spent on Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's unacceptable to keep buying bad games, because when you do, more bad games will keep being made. Number 1. The game is missing half of the Pokemon. For the first time in Pokemon history, some of the Pokemon cannot be transferred to Pokemon Sword and Shield, because not all of the Pokemon are programmed into the game. This is disgustingly lazy, and I don't even know how it would have happened, since Pokemon Sword and Shield is built on a modified version of Pokemon Sun and Moon, which contains all the Pokemon. Think about that for a second. The 3DS game Pokemon Sun and Moon contains all the Pokemon, but the Nintendo Switch game for some reason cannot have all the Pokemon. That's just ridiculous, and absolutely not acceptable at all in the slightest. Breaking news! Pokemon Sword and Shield leaked while I was making this video, and surprise surprise, most of the new Pokemon designs are terrible. Also, there's only 400 Pokemon in the game, and most of the removed ones are starters and legendaries, so your favorite Pokemon probably got cut. Also removed is the Global Trade System, aka GTS. Yes, that's right, which means you won't be able to trade Pokemon online anymore. This is just further reason not to buy these games, so don't buy Pokemon Sword and Shield. Do yourself a favor, and instead of buying Pokemon Sword or Shield, buy Luigi's Mansion 3 or, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic 2020 Tokyo Games. Even that's probably going to be better than Pokemon Sword and Shield. Just don't buy Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay? Okay.